Combat is very loud, smoky, as you can see on the battlefield, can be very confusing, but you could always look to your large flag in the center of your line for your direction of movement. If the flag is moving forward, you know to move forward. If the flag begins to fall back, well, you'd better probably start to fall back, or you're probably going to wind up becoming a prisoner. Only the bravest men would be chosen to carry the flag. They quite often meant a death sentence. Some of the first men that are shot at in combat are flag bearers. You can create a lot of confusion in enemy lines by taking out the colors. Greatest honor is to capture an enemy flag, and the greatest disgrace is to lose your flag.
Can you see on that side of the tree?
Yeah, like fireworks.
And I like the thing that blows over up by that guy.
What guy?
And you're working on
You can hear bugle calls. Bugles and drum beats were often used to communicate orders through the din of battle. Along with couriers, men riding on horseback from point to point with officers' orders.
I see a guy that's...
The advance of heavy numbers of Confederates are starting to force Union troops back through the wheat field. And it appears that the men of the 6th Corps are caught somewhat by surprise by the sudden advance of the Confederates, and they rise up. They form up quickly and prepare to advance. Very critical Tawnytown Road directly to their rear. These men fight in tight formation, shoulder to shoulder, being able to fire only about one shot every 20 seconds. If you're spread out, your fire is going to be very sporadic and ineffective. But when a line delivers a volley of fire at the same time, whatever's out in front of it is going to take some damage. And it looks like right now that the Winslow's battery there in the wheat field is in some serious trouble from Confederate infantry.
Dad, can I put this stuff?
Casualty taking among the Union artillery. One of the first things you would do when you attack enemy guns, shoot down the horses. The horses are down, can't withdraw the guns. It took 6 horses to carry a single piece along with the 2-wheeled limber you see in the back that carries the ammunition chest.
Over. Dad, can I watch you see behind you? See, don't go over by myself.
And the Confederates overrun and capture Winslow's battery in the wheat field. And they move forward toward the Round Tops and Munshowers Hill to the north. The lower slopes of Cemetery Ridge, where they suddenly meet the Union 6th Corps. casualties occur, you see some of the musicians begin to become stretcher bearers, aiding the wounded off the field. It was not unusual at all to see mules on the battlefield carrying supply wagons. We've all heard of the Army mule. The Union lines begin to consolidate and move forward.
He's going way over.
It's typical of the fighting in the wheat field. Back and forth the fighting went. One side would attack and push the other out of the wheat field. The other side would reinforce and come from another direction, force that side out. Back and forth it went.
Is there anybody that's dead yet? There's a guy wounded behind that. No, he's wounded. No, we're acting like he's dead. Oh, there's another guy dead over there. Oh, yeah. And another guy over there. Two guys over there. One, two.
The accurate range of a Civil War soldier's rifle musket is approximately 300 yards. In the Revolutionary War, with smoothbore muskets, accurate range of a soldier's rifle was the length of a football field, about 100 yards. With the advent of spiral grooves inside the muzzle of a rifle, spiral grooves allow the soldiers to triple their accuracy distance. The fighting in the 17-acre wheat field north of the Round Tops was extremely intense. I know of only one other Civil War battlefield location where the fighting was quite as intense as it was at the wheat field, perhaps the cornfield at Antietam. In both fights, lasting about 3 hours, pretty much the same number of casualties per acre. The 30-acre cornfield at Antietam, 8,000 casualties. In the wheat field at Gettysburg, 4,000 casualties in 17 acres. The fighting had knocked down fences around the wheat field. Wild animals would later run free. Suddenly, from the south side of the wheat field, some of Hood Texans began to pour out of the trees. Very typical of the wheat field fighting at Gettysburg.